Arequipa is a town in the southern part of Peru, not too far from the border of Chile. It is called the White City, not because of white people living there or because of white powder, but because many of the historic buildings have been constructed with silla, which is a volcanic white stone. And that's why Arequipa is called the White City. The Plaza de Armas. Lovely provincial style. What do you think of that place? I find it elegant, especially with that white color of the facade. The second floor, first floor, restaurants. Not cheap. If you want to eat, I would suggest to eat in restaurants out of the Plaza de Armas. In the lateral street, it will be maybe 20-30% cheaper. For us, the best option to save money is to buy our food in a supermarket, mini market, and there is one just in front of us. Yes, you will still find people shining shoes. I remember 50-40 years ago, that was the job of children of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. Fortunately, those times are over, the children go to school. We are in 2024. There's been social progress in Peru. Despite of all the problems the country faces. Huge problems, political problems, social problems. This cathedral is really beautiful. It was finished in 1847. I'm not going inside because it is shut down. Usually you can visit it, and it's very interesting, especially the organs, which were, I think, built by Belgian musicians, and it is maintained by the Belgian Agency of Cooperation. As you can see, the weather is beautiful in Arequipa. Sunny, it's 3 o'clock in the evening. Sorry, in the afternoon. I remember even 10 years before, even 6 years before, this place was full of cars. Lots of traffic, too much. So that wasn't good for pollution. So they decided to make a large pedestrian, a piétonnier. Yeah, this place is quiet. This is the place where you buy tickets to visit the Cathedral Museum. But they told me it was shut down, so I don't know what's happening. Museo de la Catedral de Arequipa. It will be for another day. Hopefully. Sabandia. So this is Sabandia, the windmill of Sabandia. We are at about 20-25 minutes from the center of Arequipa. We pay the taxi, 70 soles. We have a 3 hours allowance to stay here, and it's more than enough. Many young people come here, teenagers, students, and some tourists, like ourselves. So I don't know the name of that tree, the flower with. If you know the name of that tree, please let a comment below the video. '18th century. I suppose so. So, what is it saying here? Molino de 1621. That's what I thought. So, the Wheel of Fortune. And the mill, a water mill. Not a windmill, a water mill. 1621. Can you imagine the life here in the 17th century? The peasants, the agriculture, colonial era. Poor Indians exploited by the landlord. Another wheel. Let's get out of here and let's visit the garden. Okay. So the river is coming from the top of this house, of this mill, passes through the mill and then gets out here. So this is the exit, as you can call that. Unfortunately, some people threw the garbage. Not too bad. Well, 40, 30 years ago, alpacas were roaming this garden, and you were allowed to get near them. Now it's no longer allowed. Anyway, you don't see any alpacas here. Here you can see vicuñas. But the area is fenced, and you are not allowed to touch the animals. Of course, we understand that. So in Arequipa they call this area Sabandia, but the Campiña. This means the countryside. 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, people used to come here to the countryside to relax on a Saturday, Sunday, or in family, and enjoying traditional food like rocoto, relleno, adobo. Yeah. I remember 40 years ago, nothing was built here. It was only countryside, nature, agriculture. Well, this is a vicuña. Exceptional animals. So beautiful. So beautiful. I would like to stroke it, but you know, when they are angry, they spit on your face. They are lovely, but yeah. They are moody animals. A waterfall. Of course, everybody comes here to take photographs, take some selfies. It's also the ideal place for wedding photographies. And this could be the balcony for the brides. Well, I'm just imagining. If someone has the intention to marry in Peru, well, why not come here in Sabandia? Why not? Beautiful balcony. Well, I suppose it has been restored, but I'm sure this was the style in the 17th century. It's nice and quiet. So, yeah. The countryside. It used to be empty of houses, even 40 years ago. Cute little goats. Oh, toro de pelea, arequipeña, the fight bull. Maybe he's somewhere around. I hope. Will I see it? I'm scared. So, mentioning the bull, here's the animal. You can appreciate his bull features. Well, I'm not going to stroke him, certainly not provoke him. Okay, bye-bye, bull. Hope you will survive the fight. So this is the famous Misti, the volcano of Arequipa, more than 5,000 meters of altitude. And this one is the Chachani. Believe it or not, It is more than 6,000 meters of altitude. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful scenery. You won't believe me, but more than 10 years ago, this mountain, this volcano, this is an active volcano, was covered with snow. It was snow-capped, but because of the climatic change, snow has disappeared. What a pity, but that gives you the measure of the climate change. So let's be careful, mind nature, and be friends with it. Misti. Misti is an Aymara word, and it means white, somebody who's white, referring to a mixture of pale people and indigenous people. The Misti is an active volcano, as I said, but it is not in eruption up to now. Close to Arequipa, there's another volcano called Ubinas, and that one is often erupting. The Chachani, well, I don't know. It also used to be covered with snow. Too bad. Sorry for the noise. It's windy. I'm in the high grounds of Arequipa. This is Laguna de Salinas. Salinas, well, because there's a lot of salt pan. The peasant community exploits that salt and sells it to the main city. So that's a way for them to get some money. They live here at about 4,354 meters. It's an ideal place for grassing. I mean, for the alpacas, the vicuñas. Beautiful mountains. Oh, very colorful. In the background, the volcano Misti, and on the left, it must be the Chachani, another volcano, more than 6,000 meters of altitude. Yeah. So great to be here. Well, it's difficult to speak. I'm short of breath. So tourism is a good way for the peasant community, the indigenous communities, to have some money. And some of them are Aymaras, others Quechuas. We are here at the limit between the department of Arequipa and the department of Moquegua. I saw a truck with a load of salt, a bunch of salt. $4,500 meters. Oh, not easy for me. So 600 meters of walking, hard walking. Doesn't seem much, but at 4,500 meters, if you're not acclimated, can be difficult. Now I'm on my way to a mini volcano, so I'm so excited to see it. So excited. A mini volcano, what could it be? On the other side of the fences, of course. What a scenery. And once more, sorry for the noise. But it's so windy, so windy. Look at this. Un remolino. So that's the beast. That's the beast. Okay. Our guide is explaining about the volcano. I'm on the highest rooftop of the Plaza de Armas of Miraflores, and you can enjoy a spectacular view on the cathedral and the Chachani volcano in the background there, with some snow on it. Of course, a volcano of more than 6,000 meters of altitude. Really a great view. There are many rooftops in Arequipa, but this seems to be the highest.